Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And I'm excited for our little goal planning session for 2017. I don't know if you guys are anything like me, but in the last week since Christmas, I have had I've been so excited about the business again. And I'm so ready to put 2016 behind us. It was an interesting year. It was definitely different than 2015. 2015, Beachbody saw so much growth, and this team continued to grow in 2016, but I think that it was definitely more challenging. So I know Beachbody saw that, and they've made the changes they have to the challenge packs and essentially our comp plan, because really it's been changed. I was trying to figure out what's the percentage. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what the percentage is on. Can somebody do that math on me? Is $70 25% of $199? What our new challenge packs are? Who's a math? I'm not. So I think
it's more than that.
Yes, exactly. So before we were making 25% commissions on challenge packs, and
it's 35%.
Okay, there you go. So they saw that it was with the club, people going on to on-demand and then getting that discount and the discount on Shakeology, which was causing our commissions to be a little bit less, that they needed to make changes. So on top of this being an amazing opportunity for us to change our lives physically and our health, it also being an amazing opportunity for us business-wise to create those full-time incomes and reach your goals of, being able to leave your job or whatever they are. So what they have changes everything for us in the comp plan. And on top of the higher commissions, the volume that comes, and that's how you're paid in team cycle bonuses, that is greater too on these challenge packs. And so before, where you needed to help people with a couple challenge packs or 3 challenge packs or more a month to cover your Shakeology, now, 1.5 challenge packs really covers your Shakeology. So your cost to run your business is covered much sooner. So that's really awesome when you're bringing new people into the business too. It's easier to get started, because let's be honest, if you're doing this, obviously our goal is to help people, but we want to make income when we're committing this much time of our daily lives to do this. And so making an income is important too. So on that note, we're going to start off by going over some exciting things that we're going to implement in the team, a couple changes on the calendar that you're going to see, which I should have that posted by January 1st. And then we're going to go into explaining the goal setting, and then also some of the long-term goals for the end of the year with Elite and Premier and getting to 2-star and all of that. So Liz is going to start with a fun little thing we're going to start this month.
So excited about this, you guys. So this is something from our 4 vital behaviors and the vital process. We're going to start a team book club. I'm so excited about this. I feel like personal development has changed my life, and I know some of you can attest to this, and some of you guys are sort of on the other end of the spectrum with maybe you haven't fully committed to your personal development, and I promise this is life-changing, especially in a business with so many of us doing this, and the comparison game tends to be really strong. So we really need to work on our minds and our mindset. So our monthly book club is going to start on the 2nd, and the first book that we're going to read, so some of you might have started it, some of you might have heard of it. We're going to start with the 12-week year. We kind of thought this was the perfect book to start with to sort of get us set up for something that Courtney's going to talk about, and about setting quarterly goals and really working with your goals within a 12-week period instead of a year. It sort of forces you to work harder for goals and achieve goals quicker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start an album. I'm actually going to be starting a couple albums in the team page, and it's going to keep things really nice and organized and cohesive. So I'm going to be doing that later today. So within the album is going to be each of our book clubs for the month. So I'll post a picture for the 12-week year, and that's sort of going to be the place for us to come together, to talk about the book, to ask questions, to talk about, you know, passages in the book that really spoke to you, so that we all can just sort of keep our minds right and stay committed and crush those goals together. And then we were also thinking probably once a month, we're going to do 2 team calls a month. One of them is going to be talking all about the book and personal development and just really keeping our heads in the game. So that's number 1. Really excited about that. Court?
Sorry, I muted myself. So yeah, 12-week year. If you read it before, just read it again. You can get it on audio or the book. I think I have both. But it's really, really great. And it's going to explain to you guys how to set the goals quarterly, and then also how to figure out your daily activities. So when I read the book, I implemented it immediately, and it like changed everything for me. I would knock out, literally like turn my phone off, knock out my work. I had all this free time. I was like, what am I going to do with all my time? So it really teaches you the skills, and then also, you know, how to implement it daily. And the reason this is so important is because last year, if you're on the team, we asked everybody to create a 2016 vision board. And I have all of my coaches' vision boards hanging right here on the wall on my bulletin board in front of me. But I don't know about you, but how I work is if I create this annual vision board, and I know I have to achieve something by December 31st, 2017, it's hard to start doing the work you need to do now to achieve those goals. So what the book will teach you is to kind of figure out what activities need to be done, and then what 20% of those activities are actually going to yield the biggest result, and what to do first. So, you know, if as we go through this call and we start talking about these big, hairy, scary goals like Diamond or 2-star or Premier or Elite, you guys have to start doing the work now. And so understanding what the activities need to be is going to be really, really important for you. And then that will give us all the ability to be able to help you achieve those and stay accountable to them. Because I don't know about you guys, like I can look at the vision board I created last year, and when I created that vision board, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel, I don't know, I just kind of put some stuff out there. And so I really want you to think about the goals, and it doesn't have to be income or range based. For me this year, my goals are based a lot on, you guys
Hey, Court. Hey, Jenna, can you mute yourself for us?
So I want you guys to think about my main focus this year is how many people am I going to help? And so I'm sure you all know I have a life coach. I just got off the phone with her this morning. And so she wanted me to come up with a number of what my goals are going to be. How many people am I going to help every single month? New people that I'm going to bring into the business. And then from there, you're going to break it down even deeper, which this book will help you do. So get the book. Get it, order it now on Amazon so you have it by next week, and then just commit to like 10 minutes, 10 pages a day. It's not a long book, and you'll definitely be done within the month. But it's got to be like that. For me was something that went on to my first hour of the day. Workout, personal development immediately in the day, and you just knock that stuff out because it's really easy to let it go. I think that's it, Liz.
Okay, so I'm going to touch on something that Courtney was just talking about, vision boards. So I feel like they're huge. They're really important. I want to show you guys what I do with mine. And then I'm going to ask all of you guys to create a vision board. So twofold. I'm going to create another album in the team page for all of our vision boards. So I want you guys to try and come up with 2. You can do this on PicMonkey. You can do it the old-fashioned way if you want to cut stuff out from magazines and write. It's totally up to you, so get creative. So come up with a yearly vision board, some really big goals. So this is something that you guys can actually take and do in your challenge groups. I do this with my challenge groups, and it's been amazing. Come up with your big goals for the year. What do you want to accomplish by year's end? What do you want to see yourself doing? Is it income? Is it rank? Is it how many people you're helping? Is it how many coaches you're helping? What is it within this business that you want to accomplish by 2018? And then take it a step further and let's break it down quarterly. And this is going to go perfectly with the book. What do you need to do in this first quarter of 2017 to reach one or two of those goals? Break it down. And then take this and put it into your challenge groups, you guys. I do mini weekly goal setting every Sunday night in my challenge groups, and it's been huge. It can feel really overwhelming to say, I want to be 2-star. I want to lose 20 pounds. Break that down for yourself. Break it down for your challengers, and it makes reaching that goal so much more attainable. Because what do you need to do for a week in your challenge group to lose a pound? What do you need to do in your business for 4 weeks to successfully help 3 to 5 people every single month? So make those vision boards, create really fun pictures, and then this is what I do, you guys. My vision board is my screensaver on my phone. You can make these in Rona Designs, PicMonkey, you can make them any size. And so I'm looking at this every single day. Every time I unlock my phone, I'm staring at something on there. So it's just really getting into my subconscious about the goals and the things that I want to do. So I'll tell you a couple things I have just to give you guys an idea of different things. I want to make sure that I'm providing value every week. If I'm not providing value to the people who are following me on social media, I don't feel like I'm doing my job. So that's a really big thing for me. I want to inspire, motivate, and spread love. I want to help women feel good. So my goals are not all rank and income related. They're multifaceted. So make sure yours are too. I feel like visions and having that printed out in front of you and looking at it every day is really huge. Not just saying I want to do this, but putting it on a piece of paper and looking at it. Court?
And on a side note to that though, you want your goals to be measurable. So it's good to have like some of those positive affirmation and things like that, but you want your goals to be able to, at the end of a month, you look back and say, have I done that? So you want to inspire and provide value, but how are you going to do that? What ways are you going to do that? Are you going to post daily? Are you going to be following up with your challengers every other day? So, and then at the end of the month, have you done those things that make you reach that goal that you wrote on your vision board? So on the other side to the challenge groups, when I was at the leadership retreat in October, and I don't know if you guys watched all those videos, but I want to repost. I will find the link to the video to Allie Upham. And honestly, I'd never heard of her before. She's been a coach for a very long time. And she spoke on providing our challengers with the same one-on-one support that we provide to our coaches. And I sat there and had kind of a gut check moment that I was like, wow, I do Zoom calls for my coaches. I get on the phone with them weekly, one-on-one, whatever, depending on what their needs are, I support them that way. But I don't do that with my challengers. I run this challenge group and I post daily and I check in and I give prizes sometimes and I, comment and provide motivation and support to them. But could I be doing a better job as a coach to them? And my answer was yes, definitely. And so that has been my focus since I got back from leadership with my new customers that I brought in November and December. Well, it just came in December because I was sitting at Success Club Zero until 2 days ago, has been to provide this one-on-one support and experience to really help them get the results. Because like I told you, for me, my goal this year is about helping people achieve their goals and their visions for themselves and their year. So the way I'm doing that and what I'm implementing, and if you know who Danielle Natoni is, she posted in The Wall, which is the Facebook group for 5-star and above coaches in all of Beachbody, that Allie Upham's talk at leadership really changed her. And so she has reevaluated the way that she is working with her customers. And so what she said she did this week is she set up one-on-one calls with all of her challengers. She used Acuity Scheduling, which is a free service, I believe. I will be setting mine up over this weekend, and I will make a little video if it's hard to do, or type up the step-by-steps. What Acuity is you can send your customers a link, and then it will give them an option of the times that you're available to talk. Because I know that's kind of hard for me when I'm trying to schedule a time that works for people and time changes. So they can go in, they can see your calendar, and they can schedule. And they're going to know they have a set time to talk to you. I'm a talker, if you didn't know. And so I'll get on the phone with people, and I will, like, all of a sudden it's been an hour, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And that just throws up my whole day when I really had planned on being on the phone with them for 20 minutes. So when I talk to my coach, I have a time scheduled. This morning I talked to her from 8 to 8:30. And no joke, at 8:30, it's done. The call's over. We're wrapping it up, and it's done, and we're hanging up. Because she's got another person calling her at 8:31. And so what I'm going to start doing is a getting started call, just like you do with a brand new coach that starts with you. You have a brand new coach, you provide them all their information, and then you do a getting started right call. So for my customers, I did one yesterday, a getting started right. Figure out what their needs are. Figure out what their goals are. Figure out what kind of support they're going to need. And this is the key thing, because in my mind, how I worked was everything was, when I became a coach or I became a customer, everything was provided for me. I had the 21-day fix. I had all the tools I needed to get started. I had all my training when I became a coach. I had everything I needed to get started. I just jumped in and I did it and I committed. But a lot of people aren't like that. And they need a little bit more support and a little bit more love and nurturing. And so if you can figure out if your people are the go-getter type that can do it on their own, the people that maybe only need you to check in once a week, or the people that need you to check in with them every single day. And so when I was talking to my coach this morning, I was like, this is what I want to do, but I'm a little overwhelmed by all this. Like the thought of that I have 40 women in my challenge group, and I need to figure out how I'm going to support them all the way I truly want to. And she gave me a great analogy, which I want to pass on to you. And she said, okay, let's say you help 10 people every month. How many of those 10 are going to be go-getters? Well, I would say 2, right? 2 are those people that just get it. 2 are those people that just can jump in. They're going to get the results. They're going to lose their 5 pounds the first week, and you don't need to help them. I said there's probably 4 or 5 that are going to show up daily. They're doing their workouts. They're getting it. They don't need help. Maybe check in with them once a week. But there's probably 2 or 3 that really need that one-on-one support. Whether that be phone conversations that have set time parameters, or I have one customer who the app, checking in with her workout in the app wasn't enough. Checking in with her Shakeology in the app wasn't enough. She texts me on my personal cell phone every single day, and we have a set time that if she doesn't text me by 7 p.m., guess what? She gets a text from me that says, what's up? Why haven't you done your workout today? And so that for her has been the game changer. That's what she needed from me. Will she need that forever? No. But for right now, that's what she needs. So for you to really figure out what your customers need and then provide that support, that's going to be the one-on-one. And you guys, like, think about this. She said this to me. I thought this was just amazing. So for me, I'm going to set my goal that I want to help 10 people a month. If I help 10 people a month, if you figure that one person kind of has the impact or touches about 20 other people. So if you help 10 people, not even, I'm going to help 10 people. That person, one person impacts 20 lives. Guess how many lives that is for annual year? 2,400 lives changed. Like, that's what we're doing this for. We're doing this to help people and change people's lives. And if you get one woman to commit to this and really help them change lives, imagine how it's going to change just all the people in their household. And that was Carl's video when I was in Hawaii that I shared with you guys. He gave you all a goal to help 2 people the rest of the month, 2016. Because helping that one person truly affects about 5 people in a household. And his goal was to help 100,000 people by the end of this year. So by the time, that last week in December. So it's so amazing. Like, that should give you goosebumps that you can change that many lives. So really start thinking about how, and you guys don't need to have a goal to help 10 people. But if it's 1 or 2, that's great if that's what you feel like you can manage. But if you get the systems in place that you're going to learn in the 12-week year, all of this will be so much easier for you. And even if you're only committing to an hour a day in the business, you can make that work. Okay, I think that was it, Liz, for my...
Really, really good.
Wait, what was that? Hold on, because I think was I supposed to talk about the calendar? Was that now? I forgot what number we're on.
I don't know. Whatever.
He's making me all crazy.
Let me just touch on challenge groups really quick.
What's that?
Let me just touch on challenge groups really quick, and then you can do calendars since you're on the mode. Okay, you guys, so Courtney's right. Like, our challengers are everything. I think for a while last year, we sort of got away from our challengers. We were sort of led in a direction that we didn't need to go. But that's okay, because everything's a learning lesson. And I think we all need to remember that our challenge groups are our bread and butter of this business. This is where you are going to make an impact on lives. This is where you're going to find your amazing coaches. Like, if I look back through my downline, 9 times out of 10, my coaches were rock stars in my challenge groups. So that needs to be the focus. Obviously, growing our teams is important. If you want to build this business, growing your team is a huge part of that. But we can't forget the mainstay of this business is our challenge groups. And I think it's really important for us to always be reinventing ourselves and reinventing our challenge groups. I'm trying really, really hard to break the mold with my challenge groups in 2017, and I will share every detail with you guys. If you want to be in my challenge group to see what I'm doing, I would be more than happy to add you. So if you would like to be in my challenge group, comment. I just did a post in BossBabes just that says we're on. If you would like me to add you into my challenge group, just put a little blurb underneath there so that I can pop you in there and you can see what I'm doing. I don't use the app. Sorry, it's just, it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for my customers, but this is something that you can transition into the app. If you guys are using the app, I'm doing a lot of albums. You heard me talk about it for BossBabes. It's a way to keep things really organized. So think, I'm doing albums for before and after pictures. I'm doing a Tuesday's tip. That's going to become an album. I'm going to do a recipe sharing album so that people can go in and share their recipes. And it's creating this camaraderie and this amazing place for people to come and post and get involved. And then that also helps nurture people into becoming coaches if they so choose. Like, they're used to participating. They're used to posting their before pictures. They're used to sharing their recipes. So I'm really trying to create an environment in my challenge groups that are forcing, I don't like the word force, but encouraging everybody to participate. So let me know if you guys want to hop in there. And if you guys have ideas about challenge groups and what you're doing, please share them, because I feel like 50 heads, 100 heads, and amazing brains and creative ideas are way better than one. I want to know what you guys are doing. I want to help our customers more than we've ever been able to. And another thing, you guys, if you've never gone live before, it's time. Start in your challenge groups. Start with a welcome video on Sunday or Monday, welcoming your challengers to your brand new challenge group. It's a way to just break the ice, for them to see you, to hear your voice. Explain how the challenge group works. What are you doing in there? If you're using the app, put it on YouTube and post the link. Set guidelines in your challenge group. What do you expect from them? Do you expect them to be checking in every day? Do you expect them to be cheering on their teammates? They need to know how this challenge group is going to run. You set the bar, set the expectations, and this should be a given, you guys, but you cannot expect your challengers to be doing things if you're not doing them. And that was a huge wake-up call for me. A couple months ago was the first time that I'd ever posted before pictures in my challenge group. And I've been a coach for 2.5 years. And I just had to be real with myself and be like, dude, Liz, you cannot expect someone to do something if you're not willing to do it, with anything in life, in marriage, friendships, in your coaching business. So get real with yourself. Do become a challenger again. Post those before pictures, post every day, get vulnerable with them. And I promise you guys are going to see an explosion in participation and just really great camaraderie in your challenge groups.
Yes, and there was one more thing on top of the one-on-one component with the challenge groups that I'm going to start implementing is a weekly Zoom call too. So we all get on and you see the support that comes from this and the friendships that are formed. And so I'm going to find a time, it'll be during the day, Monday through Friday, with my challenge group. And of course, time zones, and there's people that work and there's some people that aren't going to be able to get on, but they can watch a recording. It'll be something that's recorded. It'll be a short, jump on if you want to, ask questions, talk about challenges you're having. Think about this when you're providing this one-on-one support through the calls and the texting, and then you're providing this community support with the Zoom calls. And another idea, pair your challengers up as success partners too. So it doesn't all have to fall on you. So if you see two people that you think would be really compatible, that are just go-getters, pair them up so they can kind of call each other out in the challenge group. What are all of these things doing? All of these things are breeding coaches. You transition these people when they start to believe that they're inspiring. You know, when other customers are calling them out and saying, gosh, you inspired me, like you're a rock star, people don't believe they can do what we do as coaches. And we're just normal people. Anybody can do this, but that belief that they're inspiring other people, when they start getting on the calls and doing this stuff, they're doing the daily actions of coaches. And so those are the people that'll transition into being your coaches, and I guarantee you those are going to be your rock stars. So this is the key. This is the key to growing a successful business. Not running a recruiting post and bringing people in that you've never talked to that have no idea what the business is about. They need to be active in your challenge group. They need to be products of the product, and they need to be, that's when they'll be able to be good coaches. That's when you're not selling, you're just sharing. Okay, really quick on the calendar. Something new you're gonna see. The calendar will be posted probably on the 1st. In the past we have done glimpse into coaching groups. I couldn't think of the name. Glimpse into coaching or, sneak peeks. And we kind of got away from that towards the end of the year. And we said, if you guys want to do them, you need to start doing it. You need to show up and be the faces, not just us. Well, Jen Richardson, I saw her post a couple weeks ago before Christmas about she called them coaching one-on-one power calls. And so I thought, wow, what an amazing idea. That's so good, because I find lately, especially if I post a recruiting post and I get people that I've never talked to before and I put them into this Facebook group and they watch the videos, I don't get a lot of conversions from that anymore. That seems to have stopped working. And so for me, I need to talk to these people. I need to get on the phone with them. And so what these one-on-one power calls is it's kind of like an interview. You're going to get on the phone with them. I know that can be so scary. But when you get on the phone with someone, whether you know them or not, they're going to hear your passion. It's no different than like texting. You can text someone and things can be misconstrued. People don't understand the way you're saying. But when you get on the phone with someone and they hear your excitement, your passion, and the love for what you're doing, much more likely to convert them over. So Liz's computer just shut down. So she's frozen. So you will see on the calendar a time to post your call to action for your one-on-one coaching calls. But then from that point, it's going to be up to you, like when you do it. So, you're going to schedule a time that works. And so what Jen did is, I think on her, and you can go to her Instagram page and see what she posted. I reached out to her. Oh, Liz is back. I reached out to Jen when I saw her post and I said, oh my gosh, that's a genius idea. How did it go? And she said, it's been amazing. She said, I had 3 calls today and it's been amazing to be able to talk to these people and connect. And these girls that I'm talking to have just been real go-getters. So I think that if you have goals to continue to grow your team, this is a great way and kind of a new concept that not a lot of people are doing. So that's what we're going to do in probably January, February, and March. And let's just see how it goes. And schedule-wise, you guys can do them whenever you want, and you can move the stuff around on the calendar. But that's what I think, what did I call it on here? Power chats. I said call to action for coaching power chats. So that's going to be your post that you'll do for that. And I think she said I have 8 spots left. 8 might seem crazy to you. So you're going to say I have 2 spots left. But you always want to give a sense of urgency that you have a couple times available to set up with people. And then the other thing that's going to be different on the calendar is, I think I put it in the week of the 23rd in January, an optional free group. There's not going to be a new template that's going to come out for you for that free group. There are free clean eating group templates in the team page. There are crock pot group templates in the team page. There's all that for you, and that's fine if you want to do. But I think you need to get a little creative on the types of free groups you can run. I know there's a group of ladies on the team here who are doing tell me what it's called, Janelle or Emily or Brittany, but kind of like a life free group, right? So it's going to
New Year project.
Okay, New Year project. It's a week long, right?
It's a week long. It's organizational tips, meal prep tips, just general work-life, family balance stuff. And then yours truly, am doing a live fitness video each day to cover each of the different workout programs, like just picking favorites and doing favorite moves. And I'm doing it live.
I love that, going live in the group.
Yeah.
So I use the app for my challenge group, and I continue with that, but my free groups, and I don't know if you guys saw me post about the one I'm going to be doing, but is a relationship one. It's going to be called The Husband Project, and it's based on a book. Oh, where is it? I've got it here somewhere. And so it's a 21-day. This is going to be a 21-day group. And I'm going to roll mine out probably that time because I want it to be right before Valentine's Day. So having value for people that's not just health and fitness based is really great. And find what you're passionate about. For me, I am passionate about relationships and marriages and keeping them happy and healthy, and that is something like I'm so excited about doing. And if you guys will like kind of create a template, Janelle, that you could share with everybody, that would be awesome. I'm going to create a template for the Husband Project one. But there's so many different things out there. So get creative and you guys share and team up together too. Team up together. You don't need to do it all yourself. And I see a lot of people the women on this call that are from different, legs and different uplines. And, I just want everybody to know if your personally sponsored upline coach is not someone that is as into the business as you, that's totally okay. You have the support here. You can always reach out to me. There's people way deep down in my downline that send me messages all the time. I'm happy to help. I will support you. I know Liz, Gina, Carly, same thing. So don't feel like you're out on an island and you don't have the support. And finding a success partner is a really good idea too. So someone that you will mesh with and work with. I mean, Liz and I bounce like, this is how this call happened yesterday. I called her, I was just so excited. And I was like, we're going to do a call tomorrow. So having someone that you can bounce your ideas off of, run groups, work together to create templates is really huge. And if you don't have one, go onto the team page and write, this is what I'm looking for. It's kind of like match.com, right? And maybe we should do a little, a thread where people can kind of find. I know Melissa McCrum, my coach, it takes some time. You might pair up with someone and it's just not the right fit. It's kind of like dating. Like I said, it's okay. You want to find somebody that's going to hold you accountable. It's like having an accountability partner, somebody to keep you on track. So if you don't have one and you need one, reach out to us. I can think who would be a good fit for you. We're happy to help. I think that's it, Liz.
I think also I just want to touch on the success partners, you guys. It needs to also be somebody who's going to give you a little kick in the ASS and be like, dude, girl, like you said this was your goal. What are you doing to reach it? Like, you don't need to sugarcoat things. Like, yeah, be nice, but like you want somebody who's also going to be like, come on, like you said you wanted this, so let's work. You need to work to accomplish this. They're really important.
And it's even somebody you can text. My life coach made me text her every single day after I finished my gratitude walk. And one day it was like 12:30. It was a Saturday and I had the kids and there had been a sleepover. And she texted me. She's like, what, you don't walk on Saturdays? Like, what the hell? And I was like, no, I'm going to do it. Like, I need an hour. So, but like, I need that. That's why I hired a life coach. I need someone to be on my ass, pay her a lot of money to make sure I do my shit, you know? Because it's really easy to not. So if you are setting these goals for yourself and you know you're the type of person that sets goals and maybe doesn't achieve them and you want someone to hold you accountable, you need an accountability partner, success partner. And I'm pretty sure in the team page in the file section, there is a list that is like what success partners do. Really way down. I remember I wrote it when I think there was like 4 people on this team. So way down in the file section, but look for that. And that's kind of what you guys do to hold each other accountable. Okay, Liz, I think we're on to the part.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys, let's take goals one step further and let's transition into rank, premier, and elite real quick here. So we've talked a lot about rank, and I just want to say a couple things about it. Rank is not everything, but it's important. So digest that for a second. You need to decide what you want to do with this business. This is your business to do what you want with it, whether you are a hobby or a business builder, above and beyond, whatever you are. Like your label, it doesn't have to be a label. You need to decide what you want and you need to work for it. And the first step in that, I think for everybody, I think honestly, even if you are a hobby coach, I think diamond should be a #1 goal for everybody for a multitude of reasons. And I don't mean a fake diamond. I mean a real diamond. I mean, if a diamond takes you 6 months to get there, like I would like to say Courtney is an anomaly. It took her a very short amount of time to hit diamond. It took me 6 months. So I just think that even if you're a hobby coach, you're still probably going to attract people who want more or less than you from this business, and they need to have that opportunity to grow. And being a diamond coach, I think, allows coaches above you and coaches below you to grow, and that also allows you to have a really stellar income. The cap for a diamond coach, tell me if I'm wrong, Courtney, is $2,000 a week?
Yes.
That's huge. Like you could sit at diamond and earn $2,000 a week. That's a 6-figure income, you guys, and that's freaking amazing. And so what I mean by a real diamond coach is not filling all these spots with discount coaches. Discount coaches are important. Nobody could build to any rank without them, but if you want to build for income while building for diamond, you need to have people who are discount, hobby, and business builders. So honestly, you guys, everybody needs to set this goal and set it within a shorter amount of time so that you're working hard. Like have this be part of your 12-week year to hit that rank. I just feel like it's a really big stepping stone, and especially for those of you who want to build this into a full-time career, you have to build up and you have to build a team. And then I'm going to go into the next step, which is 2-star diamond and premier. So let me tell you how it went for me really quick. In January of 2015, I was an emerald coach. I think I had 2 discount coaches, my mom and my husband, and I had signed Gina, who is one of my Star Diamond coaches, in October. So January of 2015, I had 3 coaches. And I knew my next goal, the next stepping stone, was diamond. I hit diamond in March or April of 2015. And then I went on to hit 2-star in June or July of 2015. So it is 100% doable and achievable to start the year at an emerald or even just a coach and hit the goal of becoming 2-star diamond premier coach. You guys, I'm not like, I don't move crazy fast. Courtney moves way faster than I do. And we started at around the same time, and I had to let go of those comparisons and just work for my goals, and I knew what was achievable. So I want to tell you guys, certain things that come with hitting 2-star diamond, and then on the flip side with Premier. They're two separate things. When you guys become a 2-star diamond, that means you have 1 diamond on each leg. They have to be 1 on each leg to become 2-star. And 2 things, really important things happen. Oh my God, I love how Brittany's getting out her whiteboard. Look at her. She's already planning and writing this down. Love it. 1 diamond on each leg. This does for you. So you must hold this for 6 weeks. So we know that when people hit diamond, they're automatically a diamond. But when we say we need to hold our rank for 6 weeks, that's for star diamonds. So when we say diamonds, it's important for you to hold that rank for 6 weeks plus. It's because you're an integral part of that team becoming Premier, Elite, 2-star. We cannot do it without you guys. So it's really important to have that downline, upline support talking all the time. You're gonna get a bonus for 2-star diamond. It's right around $800 a quarter. You guys, that's huge. That's a lot of money. Like, I don't know it's $2,400 a year if you can hit that every year. And then when you become 2-star diamond, you get to open what's called your second business center. So a second you. So it's basically like creating a second coach account. And when you guys get to that point, you're going to work with your upline, one of us, and it's strategy. And you can place that business center anywhere. So for me, my second business center is placed on the weak leg of my husband. So think, everything now goes through my second CBC. So this in turn creates volume and more money for you, and more money and more volume for your weak leg. It's an amazing stepping stone in this business. When I became a 2-star diamond, that's when I felt like, okay, this is real. I can create this this can become full-time income. And I just felt like I was on the path. Now, I'm still a 2-star diamond. People below me have rank advanced, but way above and beyond me. Gina has, Courtney has. But what happens is you start to place coaches in that second CBC. So I actually have 4 diamonds. They're just not all in my first CBC. I have 2 diamonds in my second CBC, but I needed to go for income. And so that's something that can be expanded on in another Zoom, because we could talk about this till we're blue in the face. But set goals. It is not unthinkable. It is not unachievable. You guys, I promise, if I could do this, anybody could do this in 2017. And I want to see so many of you become 2-star diamonds, getting that bonus, opening your second CBC, and taking this thing to the next level. So in tandem with 2-star, 4-star is Premier. So Premier and Elite are 2 ranks, 2 like recognitions that Beachbody gives its coaches. So let me just tell you what Premier is. You have to be a 2-star diamond, and then you have to reach a specific number of elite points. And I'm not going to go into too much detail. We can have another Courtney will probably talk about this. It's 135 points. You earn points in 4 categories, and you start earning them from January 1st, whether you're a coach, an emerald coach, a diamond coach, you earn those points. So even if you haven't hit that goal yet, you're still earning points towards this goal. So Premier, you have to have 135 points, 2-star diamond, and then you are considered a Premier coach. So I just hit Premier again for 2016, which I'm really excited, and I could not have done that without Brittany and Mandy and everybody else in my team of coaches holding their rank. So that's what I meant when I said it's really integral. It's really, we all depend on each other. And then what happens, you guys, new 2-star diamonds, you don't have to be Premier, but new 2-star diamonds and above who have 30 elite points or more will be invited to the New Leader Conference in January. Hold on, I have this written down. Okay, so I want you guys, seriously, every single one of you should be aiming to go to this. Write down these dates. February 9th and 10th, 2018. It's in LA. So you do not have to be Premier to go to the New Leader Conference. You just have to be a 2-star diamond with 30 or more elite points, and you get an invitation.
And if you're a 2-star diamond, you're going to have those elite points. The elite points won't be an issue.
Yes. And so what happens if you earn more than 30, when you get to a certain number, you can earn your hotel room for free. So when we went in 2015, my entire hotel room was paid for.
Earlier this year, 2016, we went.
Sorry, 2016.
Gina, myself, and Carly were all qualified for that. So we all hit 2-star or above at the end of 2015, and we qualified for this trip. And I have to tell you guys, it was amazing. It's a very small group of people. Our hotels were completely paid for. All of our food was taken care of pretty much. The events, the one-on-one, the training that they brought in, it was awesome. So if you went to Summit, it's totally different than New Leader Conference and then leadership. So 2016, I was blessed to be able to go to New Leader Conference and also leadership. And those hands down were my favorite, most business changing events that we went to.
Totally. So you guys, that's Premier. Courtney is, and so my goal for 2017 is 5-star plus elite coach. And I'm going to throw it over to Courtney so she can tell you guys about elites.
Well, and I think really the only difference between what Liz talked about with Premier and Elite is you're a 5-star diamond to be Elite. But what I want to break down for both of these goals are the points and how you earn points. And that was changed a little bit this year, or I'm sorry, it's changed a little bit for 2017. And the way they changed it is so awesome. It's so awesome, you guys. So before, there were only 3 categories that you can earn points in. Incremental ATV, coach PV, and customer and PS coach PV. Yeah, SC, I'm sorry. All these letters. I'm going to break it down so it makes a little bit more sense. And if you didn't see, I added 2 documents to the files section of BossBabes. One is an Elite Guide worksheet, and then one is the Diamond Roadmap. And I remember the first time I looked at the Elite Guide worksheet, it was in March of 2015, and I looked at it and I was like, it made no sense to me. You guys, I had no idea how to hit Elite in be a 2015 Elite coach. I had no idea. Or 2016, oh my gosh. I just kept doing my daily activities to grow my business, and the points happened naturally. And the diamonds happened. And then it came to the end of the year and I was there. And I really didn't realize it until probably like October of last year that it was actually a possibility of it happening. And I have to tell you too, that once you become a 2-star diamond, you start receiving corporate support. So you get a corporate mentor. And that's someone that can help you with your goals for these different goals that you have and hitting these ranks and things. And so it's just, as you grow your business, you're added to different groups, Beachbody groups, corporate, and then also teams and groups on Facebook amongst our team. And for me, those have been like eye-opening. I've learned so much from the groups I've been added to when you're exposed to these other coaches and new ideas and all of that. So how you earn points, the first section is incremental ATV. Now what that is that's your team volume. So if you go into your online office, I believe, where does it show it, Liz? Is it on the main page there? Did Liz walk away? Oh, will you check? Because I just don't want to get out because it'll show everything. But I think it's on the main page. You'll see, maybe it's just on the Elite report. I'm not sure.
I think it's on the main page, Courtney.
It's just the Elite report?
Updated on the Elite report.
Okay. So you guys, once you become a diamond coach, the day you become a diamond coach, you're going to start getting an Elite report. And it'll be under your My Business. I think it's called Elite Qualifications. And it'll show you, it's going to show you what your ATV was last year. And that's your team volume. You don't start accumulating points, Elite points, until you meet your ATV from the previous year. So last year in the years are throwing me off. In 2015, my team volume was like 550,000.
Are you cool with me sharing my screen?
Yeah.
And then you can pull up my Elite report. So
Okay.
you can show each section.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yep.
So I didn't start earning elite or points in incremental ATV until the team volume for this year met 550,000. For me, that wasn't until like the end of October or November that we met that. So that is here you can see Liz's previous year ATV was 266,000, and then her current year is this. So she probably started earning elite points in incremental ATV mid-year, maybe end of May, where for me, my volume was a little bit higher. I had to get there at the end of the year. So you get 1 elite point for every 10,000 volume. I know that can make no sense, you guys. The main point is grow your team. And this is the key to hitting these large milestones. You hitting Success Club and your teammates, your personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club. That's the bottom line. If you can focus on those two things, the points will be there. So let's see, Coach PV. So this is going to be for your personally sponsored coaches. Here's the kicker. I think, Liz, you can get out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll just go out of here. Coach PV. Here's the thing, guys. This is only based on the current year and the year before. So for next year, it's going to be your 2017 coaches and your 2016 coaches. So all your rock stars that you recruited in 2014 or 2015, they don't count towards points here.
Courtney, I think it's only 2017. I don't think your 2016 coaches count for the PV.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It's a PS coach.
Yeah, that one counts for the previous year, but the PV is only newly sponsored coaches in that current year.
Right. Thank you for correcting me, Gina. So your PV is 2017. So that's why it's really important, you guys, you have to be recruiting. But our focus this year is going to be recruiting from our challenge groups, and we're going back to the basics of taking our coaches, focusing on the challenge groups, and recruiting from there. And so that's how you're going to get points there. The next one is going to be PS Coach Success Club. So for every one of your personally sponsored coaches that hit Success Club, now this is the only one that's going to count for 2016 and 2017 coaches. They hit Success Club 5, you're going to get 1 point for every one of those. Let's say you have 4 coaches, 2016, 2017 coaches that hit Success Club, you're going to get 4 points. But here's the bonus. If you hit Success Club, that doubles. So you would get 8 points. So you guys, it's just really important for you to be growing, staying consistent with the business, and then also helping your coaches duplicate what you're doing. And then this is the new category that is new to this, and this is customer PV. So before, they never gave us any points. It was all based on recruiting. And the focus has changed with the business. We're not recruiting. We're helping customers change their lives. And so here, for every 500 PV for a customer, you get 1 point towards Elite now. So what that means, let's say your customer signs up with a on-demand challenge pack. That's 180 PV, right? Okay, 180 PV, and then they continue on Shakeology, and you get 90 PV every month. So with that customer, when you've accrued 500 PV from them, you're going to get an Elite point. So what this is trying to encourage is providing that customer support. It's really, really important. And you guys, you need points in every one of these categories to get to that 135 because you cap in some of them. And I don't think we need to go into detail really more than that. The other thing that they're giving you points for now is for growing leaders on your team. So when people on your team get to team leader, which is that leadership ladder report that Gina does every year and does our little shout out, or every month, and does little shout outs, when they get to team leader, you're going to get 25 points from that. That's not going to go towards your Elite, but that's going to go towards your ranking in the business. So if you see people, the top 10 coaches, or you see people that say, oh, I'm ranked 288 or 400 and whatever the team is, that's based on your ranking within the company. And so all of these factors are coming in where they never did before. So a lot of these top 10 coaches that you see, They recruit crazy numbers. They bring in 30 or 40 coaches a month, but they're not developing leaders. And so this is going back to changing that, to being where the focus and you are rewarded for developing leaders and helping people grow their business, and it's not just a numbers game. So that's really, really cool. There's lots of perks that come with these different ranks, and it's nice, it's really nice. But I think that if you, again, go back to the focus on the customer and helping people change their lives, all of these things will fall into place for you guys. But I think it's important that you might be sitting here thinking, well, gosh, I want to be an elite coach, but that seems so far off. You guys dream big and reach out to us. We will help you. We will help you figure out your goals to make these things happen. And, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I know Liz said I'm an anomaly, but you guys, there's a lot of coaches. And I will tell you, the first year getting to elite is actually way easier than the repeat elites. And I can speak to that because guess what? We're not an elite team this year, which is okay because that doesn't define us, doesn't keep us from showing up again and working as hard. I worked harder this year than I worked in 2015, but it came more naturally in 2015 than it did this year. And so, like I said, the ranks don't define you, but there are perks that come along with those things. So the only thing I would say, set your sights on if you are trying to grow an income, is getting to 2-star, because 2-star diamond will get you to a 6-figure earner if you are placing properly, and that's where it changes. That's where the income changes. So that should be your goal if income is important to you for the business. So I think, Liz, did we cover it all?
Yeah, should we open up for questions for the people who are still on?
Yeah, and so this is your homework, I will say. I wrote down 2 things that are your homework. Buy the 12-week year, and then create your 2017 vision board, and then also your first quarter goals. And you guys, if you want to get started, like if you get into the 12-week year, I would say like a third of the way through the book, you kind of know how to start creating your quarterly goals and your daily goals. So maybe like hold off on it. Don't feel like you have to do that this weekend. Like really think about it. And if you're not sure, reach out to us too. We can kind of help you figure out what would be attainable goals and what are the action steps. But those action steps are really, really important when you're setting those goals. So questions, anybody? No? Bueller? All right. Well, good. All right, guys. So that's it. We kind of stayed. I was hoping 45 minutes. We went a little over.
Oh, I think that's good for all those topics.
I think so too. We covered a lot of stuff. So get excited, you guys. 2017 is going to be awesome. And then also feel free to, if you guys have ideas, go live in the team page. Like share your stuff. Like, take the lead. That's what we're trying to do here, is develop leaders. So I think it's awesome. All right. I'm going to start recording.